Hi students, in this class we are going to see rotational work done and work energy theorem. Rotation energy, work is generally in translatory motion. We have a formula, work is equal to integral F ds. When it comes to this is translatory motion. When it comes to the rotational motion, integral force becomes torque and ds becomes d theta. Translatory becomes rotational. Okay, this is the work done in translatory motion. If you want to write as simple like work energy theorem, we have formula for work energy theorem: work done by conservative plus work done by non-conservative plus work done by external is equal to change in kinetic energy. In kinetic energy there is translator kinetic energy plus change in kinetic energy in rotational motion. Okay, let's see each part with examples. Torque is nothing but force into displacement, force into distance, perpendicular distance about a point. Okay, so basically kinetic energy we are discussing. Translatory kinetic energy is equal to half m v center of mass square. Translatory kinetic energy. If they mention anything about kinetic energy, translatory kinetic energy, we just need to write half m v center of mass square. If they ask you kinetic energy in rotational motion, half, however may be the object, you do half I center of mass omega square. Whether it is fixed or rotating, anything, whatever it is doing, if they ask rotational motion, half I about center of mass into omega square, and translatory motion half mass m into translatory velocity vc, center of mass with what velocity is going, that square. Okay, let's see the other part. Okay, let's go to the questions. A disk of mass m, radius r placed on a smooth horizontal surface. Force F is acted on the topmost position. Find the work done by force F in rotating and translating the body. Body distance, if its center of mass moves through a distance x and body rotates through an angle theta. Work done in translatory motion is equal to integral F ds. So if you take, when the free body translatory motion, F and displacement is x, so F into x, work done in translatory motion. Okay, it is equal to work done in rotational is equal to integral tau, torque is equal to, now we have to draw free body diagram carefully. It is the force acting in this direction, F and R. Torque is equal to F into R d theta. So F into R is a constant value. Okay, force and R angle is not changing. So F into R integral d theta is theta. How much angle it is displaced from 0 to angle theta? Fr into theta. This is the change in kinetic energy. Fx plus Fr theta is total work done by total work done. This total work done leads to total change in kinetic energy. Total. This is total. When you are applying work energy theorem, that your energy going to get a total energy change, so kinetic energy change. Understand? Let's see other question. A thin horizontal platform, horizontal uniform rod of mass AB and length L can rotate freely about a vertical axis passing through its end. This is a rod AB, A and B. Okay, freely rotate about an axis passing vertically through its end A. Okay, say this is end A and it is passing vertically, so which means to say it is going in this direction. Okay. Okay, next what happened? A certain moment end B starts experiencing constant force F, which is always perpendicular to the original position. At the end A experiencing force F, that one more thing here saying, it is always perpendicular to the original position. Say when a body is experiencing force like this, immediately you should draw free body diagram after angle theta. Its initial position, after certain time should draw the diagram like this. Force is always in the same direction. Okay, force is always perpendicular. This is the original position and force is always perpendicular to the original position. This is an angle theta. Now task comes to rotate an angle theta. So he is asking, find the angular velocity of the rod as a function of angular its rotation angle theta measured by relative. Okay, now to get work done in rotational motion, it's not moving, understand, it is only doing rotational motion. Integral tau d theta. Tau is equal to Don't write, sir, f into, here is a length, sir, f into L, integral d theta is equal to d theta, sir, f into L into theta. If you write like this is completely wrong. Why? Because at any time the body is rotating, right? When the body is rotating, don't keep it in its original position only. Make an angle theta and just see how much torque it is experiencing. So torque is equal to force vector, you draw it here, and the length is L, up to from here to here is a distance L cos theta. So the torque experienced by the rod about the center, torque is equal to F into L cos theta. Now for small, okay, we are writing now integral F into L cos theta d theta. Now the theta is varying, understand, from where to where? 0 to theta. Integral cos theta is equal to sin theta, FL sin theta from 0 to theta is equal to, and F into L sin theta, sin theta only, and sin 0 is equal to 0. This is the work done. This work done leads to what? Half I omega square. Change in kinetic energy. Kinetic energy about when you are writing this part. Okay. Remember, he did not ask translatory kinetic energy or translational kinetic energy. It's not about that. It is about total kinetic energy. When you are writing a body, listen attentively what I am saying. When a body is fixed about an end, okay, when you are writing work energy theorem, moment of inertia, you should get about this end to get angular velocity, okay, about the length. What is angular moment of inertia about this point? Rod length L, ml square by 3. So F into L into sin theta is equal to half ml square by 3 into omega square. Now L square gets cancelled, omega square is equal to 6f sin theta by m into L, omega value. This is the angular velocity omega. If they ask you what is the translatory, what is the kinetic energy, what is the translational kinetic energy, what is the rotational kinetic energy, what you should do? This kinetic FL sin theta is total kinetic energy, understand? So translational kinetic energy, listen attentively, these are very very important statements. What is the formula translational kinetic energy? What we said, half mvc square. What? Vc. Vc means what? Velocity of center of mass. Kinetic energy in translational motion, velocity of center of mass. What will be the velocity of center of mass? If you take an angle position at this much angle, it is drawing with the angular velocity omega, where the center of mass rod will be at the center. What will be the velocity of the center of mass? Vc is equal to L by 2 into omega. Okay, half the kinetic energy in translational motion is equal to half m Vc. Vc is equal to L by 2 omega whole square. Omega square you can write it is equal to m L square by 4 into omega square. Omega square I can replace with, if place with the f6f sin theta by omega L, you can replace this value. Kinetic energy in translational. And what is the kinetic energy in rotational? Kinetic energy in rotational is equal to half I center of mass into omega square, whatever may be the axis, center of mass, half center of mass. What is the center of mass? Center. Okay, what is the moment of inertia about center? ml square by 12 into omega square. Okay, kinetic energy rotational. If you add kinetic energy translational plus kinetic energy rotational, you will get total kinetic energy, which is nothing but this statement, this expression, half I omega square, half ml square by 3 into omega square. This term you should get. Hope you understand. Next we go to the other question. Listen carefully whatever we are doing. A rod of mass m, length L, is pivoted smoothly at O. Horizontal force acted on the bottom. Find the angular velocity of the rod as a function of an angle theta. Say the F remains in the same direction. If F remains in the same direction, it is hinged. So as we discussed in the first step, make the rod to move certain angle from its initial position. You should draw this free body diagram naturally, understand? Immediately when they ask question, make it displaced by an angle theta, and here is an angle F, and there is one more force is acting, there is one more force acting on it, gravitational force mg. Okay, mg is acting on it. See carefully. Now what is the torque due to F? Torque due to F, listen carefully, and here is a distance L, and this is force, and it is L cos theta. So torque due to F is equal to F into L cos theta, torque due to applied force. Next, torque due to gravity. This is the gravitational force mg is acting in the downward direction from here to here L by 2. To get a perpendicular distance from here to here, it is L by 2 cos theta or sin theta, sin theta. It is mg into L by 2 sin theta. Okay, next we need to find angular velocity. To get angular velocity, initial velocity, angular velocity is 0. Work energy theorem will apply. Integral tau d theta, work done by external force, work done by external plus work done by conservative plus work done by non-conservative is equal to change in kinetic energy half I, because it is doing about a point, so half I about point P or point P omega square external force is equal to integral F into L cos theta d theta plus conservative force integral mg L by 2 sin theta. Work done by non-conservative force is 0. It is half I moment of inertia about the end, it is equal to ml square by 3 into omega square. If you write integration limits from where to where, 0 to theta. Now FL cos theta integration sin theta. So sin theta minus 0, sin theta only, mg into L by 2 sin theta integration minus cos theta from where to where, 0 to theta, minus I am just keeping here. It is equal to half ml square by 3 into omega square. Okay, FL sin theta minus mg L by 2 cos theta minus 1 is equal to half ml square omega square by 3. So you can cancel L square, you can cancel it, and if you want omega, send all the other terms to other side, you will get omega value. And okay, that's what we are going to get. So find the angular velocity, omega is a function of theta. So simplify this and you will get the terms. And after that, what he is asking, what is the maximum angular displacement? If you remember spring form method, if you listen, what is the maximum compression in the spring? Maximum compression means what? Initially velocity is 0, finally, see, maximum angular displacement, initially it has no angular velocity, omega is equal to 0. After reaching such a position, say certain angle theta, the angular velocity again should become 0. So initial 0 to 0, this should be the maximum angular displacement. So angular velocity change in kinetic energy must be equal to what? 0. If change in kinetic energy equal to 0, then for this statement only we can write this is equal to 0. We can get the theta value. I am substituting FL into FL sin theta minus mg L by 2 cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Because change in kinetic energy is equal to 0, you can get the value of theta. So theta you can get the value. Okay, simplify this and you will get the angle of theta. Work energy theorem. Okay, as simple as that. Previously we discussed. Sir, when a body is rolling, very very important thing, remember, for a body to roll, there must be there must be friction. Without friction, body cannot go. But work done by friction, in how many ways? Total work done by friction, this is a non-conservative force. One minimum non-conservative force should be there, that is equal to 0. Why sir it is 0? You may ask. Say body is going in the backward, friction is applied in the backward direction. Friction is trying to reduce the body, at the same time friction may increase its angular velocity. Okay, if the calculation becomes too complicated to solve it, and just remember work done by friction is equal to 0. Friction must be there for rolling. If there is no friction, it is not possible to roll. Okay, but work done by friction on a body is equal to 0. Okay, so that is the only non-conservative force that is acting on a body. Work done by friction is equal to 0. Work done by non-conservative force, I will explain on Sunday when you have free time. As of now, you just remember this part. Work done by friction is equal to 0 when a body is rolling. Okay, a solid sphere of mass m. So what will be there? Work done by conservative plus work done by external is equal to change in kinetic energy. How many ways kinetic energy can be changed? Half m v translational and half I omega square. 2 ways. Okay, work done by conservative. Let's see this example. A solid sphere of mass m and radius r is released from the rest. So initial velocity is equal to 0, initial angular velocity also equal to 0 if it is rolling without sliding on a circular track of radius r. Find the speed when it reaches its lowest position. Simple. Let's apply this theorem. Work done by conservative force. Work done by conservative force. Work done by gravity. How much distance it traveled? mg into, so better to draw free body diagram. Listen carefully. Gravitational force will act in this direction, right? What is the torque due to gravitational force about center of mass? It is equal to 0. Okay, and work done by conservative friction is equal to 0. This is rotational work. Okay, rotational work is equal to 0. Why sir torque due to gravity is equal to 0? mg sin theta into r. What is the distance between r and center of mass? 0. So torque is equal to 0. Nothing to worry about it. So rotational work done, everything becomes 0. Nothing to worry about the work done rotational. Translational work. So work done is equal to mg. Gravitational force is acting on the body. When it comes to the lowest position, at the lowest position, okay, so when it comes to the lowest position, it is at a distance smaller from the ground. Mg into ds. ds initially at a height how much? Capital R, final at a distance smaller. Mg into, so final position minus initial, capital R minus small r. Okay, mg, this is the only work done that is remaining. Work done by conservative force, mg into r minus small r is equal to work done by torque is equal to 0, work done by friction is equal to 0. It leads to two kinetic energies, half I omega square. What is the moment of inertia of solid sphere? Half I omega square 2 by 5 omega. V is equal to r omega. So omega is equal to v square by r square. Okay, wait. 2 by 5 m into r square, half I, this is the I value. Omega is equal to v square by r square plus half m into v square. Okay, r square gets cancelled and 2 gets cancelled. M gets cancelled. G into capital R minus small r is equal to v square by 5 plus v square by 2. 10 into 7 v square. So v square is equal to 10g into capital R minus small r by 7. This is the velocity. What he asked, what is the speed? that is speed we got at the lowest position. Okay, so if we want to find velocity, omega is equal to v is equal to r omega, omega is equal to v by r. If you substitute, you will get answer. Okay, let's see other question. A ball of radius r and mass m rolling without slipping. If it is rolling without slipping, work done by friction is equal to 0. Surface, horizontal surface with velocity of center of mass v0. Then it rolls without slipping. Okay, see here, to height h before momentarily come to rest. Okay, work done by friction, work done by gravity in rotating. Work done by gravity in rotating is equal to 0 about center of mass, because torque, rotational work, translational work. Initially at how much distance? Say this, take this one as a reference. Okay, it is at the ground level, mg into how much height it has gone, mg into h, plus or minus, both are in opposite, gravitational force in the downward direction, h is in the upward direction, minus mgh, work done by gravity. And what about kinetic energy, change in minus mgh, h is a small one, mgh is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Okay, finally when it comes to rest, velocity becomes 0, kinetic and rotational. So kinetic energy final becomes 0. What is the kinetic energy initially? It has, don't just write it is half mv square, sir. No, if you just write half mv square, it is wrong. It has two components. It is rolling. Remember, these are the problems regarding rolling. Half mv square plus half I omega square. Half I mv square plus half, what is the moment of inertia of what kind of body it is? A ball. Assume it as a solid sphere. If it is a solid sphere, the value is 2 by 5 mr square into omega square. Omega center of mass, velocity center of mass. Okay, then 2 gets cancelled and v is equal to r omega, remember, and half mv square plus v square by r square, v square by 5, it is equal to 7 mv square by 10. So this is initial kinetic energy. Okay, if we substitute, minus mgh is equal to final velocity 0 minus 7 mv square by 10. If we cancel, minus gets cancelled and h is equal to, m gets cancelled, h is equal to 7v square by g, 10g. Okay, this is how we can simplify. Now let's see other question. A spherical ball of mass m and radius r released on the path as shown in the figure. Friction is sufficient to prevent the sliding on every point of the track. Minimum height h. Prevent sliding means what? It's not sliding. If you just listen to these statements, just to prevent sliding, or body is not slipping, or body is doing pure rolling. These are all statements are same. If a body is rolling or not slipping, and if it is sufficient for not slipping, so not sliding, these cases are reminding us this body is doing pure rotational motion, pure rolling, rotation pure rolling. Okay, heights above the top so that permit to attain the constant contact with the surface of the loop. If you remember, this kind of problems we did in Newton's laws of motion, vertical circular motion. A body of mass m is released from height h. What will be the minimum height required to reach this much height? Okay, so first of all, we should consider this like a vertical circular motion. We should not directly start with here. We should start from this point, at the lowest point. So final position, see carefully. At this much height also, it will have velocity v. There is a contact point. There will be normal from the surface, and there is one more force acting in the downward direction, direction mg, and upward force upward force, there is mv square by radius. What is the radius? Small r, capital R minus small r, because it is a circle, na? When we consider a circle, we should not think that this is completely r. Capital R minus small r we should consider. Okay. What is the minimum condition? When if you remember vertical circular motion, what should be the tension at the highest point? Tc must be equal to 0. Instead of Tc, what is here? Normal. The verge condition is normal should be equal to 0. Should be in always contact. Verge condition. If the minimum condition is satisfied, all other conditions will be satisfied. mv square by r minus small r is equal to mg plus n. N is equal to 0. Gets cancelled. V is equal to square root of capital R minus small r into g. If we remember in a vertical circular motion, V is equal to square root of small r g we got. Okay, here capital R minus small r. What is a small r? Small r is the radius of a sphere. Okay, so we got a velocity, and then what we are supposed to do then? We got velocity, then do work balancing now. Work energy theorem. Just we try to apply now. Okay, work energy theorem, work done by gravity, because gravity is on center only. Gravitational force in rotation is equal to 0. Work done by friction in rotation is equal to 0. What is the only rotation? I am erasing this part. Note down carefully. Okay, work done is equal to, so when it is coming down, mg into from here to center distance, mg into h, both m is in the downward direction, h is also in the downward direction, is equal to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Initially it doesn't have any velocity, 0, released, so it's 0. Finally it has two velocities, half mvc square plus half I omega square. I about center of mass. So what kind of body? Spherical ball. V center of mass. So if we simplify, we did simplification many times. So previous case also we did 7 mv square by 10. 7 mv square by 10. What is the V value? V value is equal to square root of V is equal to 7 m into square root of capital R minus small r into g, r square gets cancelled by 10 mgh. This is what? Minimum height. G also gets cancelled. So h minimum is equal to 7 capital R minus small r by 10. This is the minimum height required for a body. If they give about this point, what you are supposed to do? Even the same height will get. Okay, same height matlab from here it is h same, from here to here how much will be added? 2r. Okay, keep this in mind and try to solve other problems. Let's go to the other question. A rod of length L is pivoted about a horizontal frictionless hinge through one end. The rod is released from the rest in a vertical position. Find the velocity of center of mass of the rod. Listen these statements carefully. He already gave that question. From here mg is acting in the downward direction. What is our angle here? L by 2. What is the perpendicular distance? L by 2 sin theta. So work done by gravity in rotating. See, it's not work done by gravity is not 0. In the previous cases it is rotation, so it is 0. In this case it is not 0. Work done by gravity in rotation. First let's write rotation. So because it's doing about a fixed point, there is no point in translatory work done. Work done by gravity in rotation is equal to integral tau. Tau is equal to mg is a force, L by 2 sin theta. So I am writing here mg L by 2 sin theta d theta. Okay, when the rod is inclined to an angle theta, from where to where? 0 to theta. Work done by mg L by 2 sin theta is integration is equal to minus cos theta. From where to where? 0 to theta. If it is 0 to theta, then the value is equal to mg L by 2 cos theta, just cos theta minus 1. Minus will be here. Mg L into L by 2 into 1 minus cos theta. This is the work done by rotational. gravity. It is equal to change in kinetic energy. It is equal to half I about whom? About a point, fixed point. It is equal to I is equal to m L square by 3 into omega square. I omega square, you can get cancel, m gets cancelled, g, and we can get the value of 2 also gets cancelled, g into L square gets cancelled, g into 1 minus cos theta by L. So 3 also there, omega is equal to omega square. This is the value of omega square. If you want to find velocity of center of mass, omega we got. After getting omega, what will be the center of mass? Omega we got center of mass velocity in this direction, Vc. Vc is equal to L by 2 into omega. Simple, just as simple as that. Vc is equal to L by 2 into omega. You can get the value. Omega is equal to square root of L into some value you can substitute and get the value of work done. Sorry, what you are going to get? Velocity of center of mass. Let's see this. A rod of mass m, this is exercise problem, these are exercise problems. Rod of mass m, spin with an angular velocity omega, root g by L, find its kinetic rotational energy. When a body is rotating, kinetic energy. So kinetic energy translate rotation. What is the kinetic energy rotation? Half I center of mass omega square. Half I center of mass of the rod ml square by 12 into omega square. This I discussed in the starting of the class. Of translational, half m into velocity of center of mass square, half m into center of mass with what velocity? Omega into L by 2 whole square. Understand? Center of mass, total kinetic energy, just add these two, you will get answer. Okay, or you just do angular velocity about this point, you will get answer. Okay, this is a little tough question, little tricky question. Kinetic energy of the rotating composite rod comprising of two rods, m and 2m, each of length 1, omega is equal to 10. Kinetic energy of rotating, total kinetic energy. Kinetic energy we should supposed to do about this center. Okay, half I, two rods are there. First, when the rods are composite, when the question is given like this, center of mass, use parallax theorem for these two rods. Okay, half I. So the value will be for the first rod I am doing. For the first rod about the end, we can directly do half I is equal to ml square by 3. Okay, first better to write I values. I of the first rod is equal to ml square by 3. I of the second rod is equal to, if we want to calculate, it is 2m, and what is moment of inertia about the center? 2ml square by 12 plus how much distance from the center to center, from the point P to center? L plus L by 2, 3L by 2. Parallax theorem, 2ml square by 12 plus m into 3L by 2 whole square. It is equal to ml square by 6 plus 9 ml square by 4. Okay, if we simplify this part, it is equal to 6 and 2, 3 and 2 and 4, 12 will be the LCM, and 3, 2 plus 3, 5 ml square by 12, and here it is equal to 5 ml square by 12. Okay, yeah, 2 plus, oh wait, it's not 12, 9 is also there, and I is equal to 4, so 4, 3, 27, 27 plus 2, 27 plus 2, 29 ml square by 12, and it is equal to, so total moment of inertia I is equal to, this is I2, I1 plus N2, ml square by 3 plus 29 ml square by 12. Okay, okay, it is equal to, if you again do LCM, it will be 12 4 plus 29 ml square, so it is equal to 33 ml square by 12. So you can simplify the values of I, so it is equal to 2 4, where we did the calculation properly. Okay, the I value we got, after getting I value, it is equal to half I omega square. Just need to get half I, calculating I value, omega square. If you do, you will get answer. And see this question: a uniform rod of smoothly pivoted at one end, its end is released from the rest, swings vertical plane, find the maximum speed of end P. So maximum speed when it will be, the rod from horizontal position, it should come to vertical position. So apply the work energy theorem. The end maximum speed at the end of P, rod P, this is the point P, V is equal to, what is the formula, R omega. First get the value of omega, apply work energy theorem. How much angle, initial 0 to angle pi by 2, it is rotating. So take an angle theta, mg L by 2. So sin theta or cos theta value is substitute, do integrations carefully. And similarly, this is the body which is rolling upwards. How much height it goes upward? Two things when we need to know: work done by gravity. Work done by gravity, when a body is rolling, no need to worry about rotational work done. Rotational work done becomes 0. Translatory work done, mg is in the downward direction, h in the upward direction, minus mg, h is equal to, finally is equal to 0. Initial is equal to how much kinetic energy, half mv square plus half I omega square. Simplify this, you will get answer. And so we did already discuss this kind of questions. Okay, see this question also: maximum distance traveled by it. Maximum distance is, final velocity is equal to 0, and get the value of h, L sin theta. Note, pause the video and then note down the question and solve it. Okay, a cylinder of mass m rotated about an axis, angular velocity omega, and lowered gently inclined plane as shown in the figure. Then it will start going upward. So what will happen? So if we release at the last point, we should know the direction of friction, in which direction the friction will be. Friction, the body, the tendency of the body, V is equal to R omega naught, it will be in the downward direction. Carefully. So body tendency is to go down, friction will act in the upward direction. If the friction act in the upward direction, what will be the friction value? Now the body is not rolling, understand, it is just kept there. So if it is kept there, F is equal to mu into normal. So upward force, let's draw free body diagram nicely. If you draw free body diagram, and the downward force, friction, downward force is equal to mg sin theta, and the friction is equal to mu mg cos theta sin theta. First do force balance, net force is equal to ma. So mg sin theta, sin 30 is equal to root 3 by 2 mg root 3 by 2 minus friction value, friction is equal to mu 1 by root 3. Okay, I'm sorry, what value I wrote? Cos theta value I wrote. mg into sin theta value is equal to, sin 30 is equal to 1 by 2 mg by 2 root 3 into mu into mg into cos theta value is equal to root 3 by 2. Root 3 gets cancelled, and friction downward force is equal to mg by 2, and upward force also is equal to mg by 2. Net force is equal to 0. If net force is equal to 0, there is no translational motion. Okay, it is equal to 0. And then what happens after that? It will start going up? No, it will not go, because friction is, its net force is equal to 0. It will first go up and then downwards. No, because the force is not there. How it will go upwards? And it does, there is a possibility it is doing rotation, and because of friction, so what is angular velocity torque balance you will do? mg by 2 into r is equal to I alpha. Okay, what it does, till the time angular velocity becomes 0, it does rolling there only. Okay, mg r, so moment of inertia mg into r by 2, moment of inertia is equal to of what kind of body? Cylinder. cylinder is solid cylinder. Solid cylinder is mr square by 2. Mr square by 2 into alpha r g m gets cancelled. So it is 2 also gets cancelled. Alpha is equal to g by r. With this rate, body angular velocity omega naught is in this direction, but alpha in this opposite direction. Till the time angular velocity final angular velocity becomes 0. Okay, till the time it will be rotating there only. If you want to calculate the time, how much time it will rotate, time is equal to, so we have formula omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha into t. Final omega is equal to 0. Initial omega is equal to omega naught. Alpha is equal to minus alpha into t. You can get the value of omega naught by alpha. Alpha is equal to g by r. After this much time, omega naught r by g, it starts rotating about itself. So it does circular motion like this only. After that, velocity becomes 0 and omega also becomes 0. Then it starts coming down. Okay. So only one, it can never go upward. It will be the only possible value. So see here, figure shows a smooth inclined plane fixed by car accelerating in the horizontal direction. Angle of inclination theta is released from the acceleration a, or a is equal to g sin tan theta. When the body is moving, pseudo force act on the body. Let's draw a free body diagram of rolling. Okay, it is equal to free body force, pseudo force that is acting in the backward direction, and there is one more force. Let's write mg sin theta is acting, m into a is equal to g tan theta, and in this downward direction normal will act, and there is say friction, because it is doing pure rolling na. How can pure rolling will be? Body friction must be there. Friction will be there. Let's assume friction must be there in the friction in this direction. So mg tan theta, if you resolve this into components, mg tan theta into cos theta, it will be equal to mg sin theta. Okay, mg sin theta, and there is a friction still there, and other direction it is equal to mg cos theta. What about the net force in the downward direction? Mg sin theta is equal to, and the downward force, because of this mg sin theta is not at all contributing for rotation. Okay, this force will act on the body and the center of mass. What is the torque due to center of mass? Torque due to pseudo force due to center of mass 0. So it cannot contribute either increase or decrease. It doesn't do anything. What it can do, it can body, if it is rolling, the rolling depends on torque, right? So it's not producing any torque, so the body continues its rolling. It slips down, it may not be slipping down, its velocity will increase, linear velocity, no, it decreases actually, and the most suitable case is it continues to pure rolling, because the contribution of pseudo force is 0 on it. Okay, this is a very important question, last but don't neglect it. A massless thin hollow sphere is completely filled with water, and this hollow sphere rolls with velocity v. Kinetic energy of friction is, kinetic of sphere is, water is, okay, kinetic energy of sphere of water is, assume the water is non-viscous. What is the formula? Half mv square plus half I omega square. If you do half mv square, what is the I of the rod of the hollow sphere about its center? Half 2 by 5 mr square omega square. Omega is equal to v by r square. If you do this, it is wrong, because it is non-viscous. If non-viscous liquids are present, these liquids doesn't roll. You understand? The body should roll, it means it should rotate about itself, and it should continue like that. Non-viscous, if it doesn't have viscosity is nothing but like a friction. There is no friction, no viscosity means no friction. Friction is equal to 0. If there is no friction, what is the point in rolling? There is no half I omega square term will not be there, only half mv square. Velocity is linear velocity only. Thank you very much.